The way we are nowadays is, in many cases, not the way we should be. We never were designed to sit in one place for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and we never were designed to use internet as our place of comfort. But we surely were designed to be within nature.
We as human beings still need sunlight and fresh air to stay healthy and energized, but which is really sad, most of us forget about the value that nature provides towards us. You might feel depressed because you haven't touched grass in a while, and I am not even joking. Picture it like this: nature is our core energy. If we cut out from it, then we become weak and sluggish. So that's on the nature, but what about literally the most important part of our lives? We as humans are tribal creatures, which basically means that we need to be around others. Without it, we become delusional, but yet we still deplete ourselves from relationships with others, especially the relationships with our loved ones, which are actually the most important. Why do you think people nowadays tend to be more depressed than before? In my opinion, it's because the kids nowadays don't have strong father figures. Their fathers either went out for milk and never came back, or they are weak men that should not have a kid yet. If they're not ready to be a good parent, they should not have a kid. And people of the culture call it fatherlessness. It's when a child doesn't have a good father figure. This poor child doesn't have a person to follow. It can't take an example of anyone. So what happens? The kid becomes abusive, cold-hearted, and it probably has some mental health issues, which then comes in a full vicious cycle of fatherlessness, which, coming back to the topic, is so against our nature, because we were always designed to follow the steps of our parents and to always take an example of them. So my best piece of advice I can give you is to stop fatherlessness. Become the person that you needed when you were a child. Become the best parent that you can be, that your younger self always needed. And also to actually become this good parent that your child will need eventually is to, right now, as I'm speaking, focus on the core basic elements of your humanity, which is basically getting enough sleep, having good relationships with anyone that you're surrounded with, and eating food that is not junk food, but the food that will act like fuel for your energy and not make you depleted of it. Just focus on what actually will make a significant difference over time to actually make your child want to take an example of you. Stick to your nature and stay abnormal.